battle between good and evil. The magic power of the ninja is about to reveal itself. David Bradley returns as the next generation of ninja warrior.
Who's the boy?
It's my grandnephew.
It's your last ninja.
Is about to discover the mystic art of his ancestors.
Think back, hero.
Teach me ninjutsu.
Now, a reluctant teacher
You to obey me without question.
will lead an impatient student on an adventure halfway round the world. The enemy waits. But a dynamic new fighter
Where'd he go?
will learn the secret of his past.
Hero, as great a warrior as your father was, he too underestimated the poison of the viper.
And face the threat to his future.
Who are you, boy?
Killed my father.
Life is not a game.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
David Bradley is the American Ninja with Pat Morita, the Karate Kid, and introducing junior black belt champion Lee Reyes. American Ninja 5. The game begins.
Yo. Man, what an experiment right now. Red River podcast. I feel like anytime I say it, I feel like it's like the rural juror. Red River podcast. Red River podcast. I thought it'd be interesting for us to watch a movie together. It's a way longer than I thought it would be. It's about 25 minutes longer than it should be. American Ninja 5.
Wow.
The audience has spoken. I have 142, an hour and 42 minutes and 30 seconds. Is that what you got?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's outrageous, right?
Yeah. This has no business being over
80 minutes.
20.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So luckily, I thought it was on my MGM Plus app, but it's not. MGM has some killer shit. I have premium YouTube, and it's one of the free movies. So
I got mine from the library. So,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. They had 1 in 5. I don't think they had 2, 3, or 4. But
they kept the good ones. They're like, this is all you need, 1 in 5.
yeah, so I figured, we can watch, we can chime in, we can look up some stuff as it goes along. We
Yeah,
can
because
talk about whatever, because we have an hour and 42 here. So.
All right, so let's not waste any time here. Let's hit play.
Right.
I'm at the 1 second mark.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we have so
The Great Canon Pictures.
this is 1995, and this guy's already doing a split. So
93, I'm showing on IMDb.
okay, so 93. So this is already the influence of Jean-Claude Van Damme, because
The Splits.
this guy's doing splits. But
Yeah, JCVD was the split man. He would insert like an unnecessary split into everything.
Like he would, like if you asked him for the remote control, he would be like, "Hold on a second." And in the movie, he would just like, he'd be like, "Oh, let me just slide this over with my split."
I'm pretty sure a favorite one of mine. I think he dodges something by doing a split over 2 chairs.
Yeah.
Like he dodges an attack. Like that would be the quickest way to get out of the way of something.
So all right. So the intro to this movie, this is American Ninja 5. If you didn't watch the first 4 movies, I don't really think it's gonna matter on this one.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, Michael Dudikoff is definitely not in this one. David Bradley is the guy. So he's the guy that took over in American Ninja 3. American Ninja 1 and 2 had Dudikoff. Those got theatrical releases. I remember watching them as a kid. Then in part 3, it started going direct to video with this guy, David Bradley, which I always get confused with like Bradley Gregg which is the guy from class of 1984, 99. That was another guy. And then Doug
Mhm.
Bradley, that's Pinhead, but this guy's David Bradley, who oh wow, Pat Morita is in this. Master.
Yeah, how did that made me sad.
Yeah.
That made me sad because I was like, wow, he needed a buck. There's no reason for a guy that did the Karate Kid to
Well,
do this film in 1993 except that shit. I wonder what they paid him.
right, because Karate Kid 3, and I even think Morita was in the one with what's the girl, Hilary Swank. So like he was like
Oh, yeah.
he was making that franchise, like he was at least, Dr. Loomis level with the Karate Kid. He's like, I don't care who the Karate Kid is. I'm just gonna continue to be Mr. Miyagi. So, but
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any trivia on
yeah, so
offering him a part. But
I can't imagine. I'm trying to remember. So four. Okay, so three. This guy took over for Dudikoff in three, and then in four, the big sell was that it was him and Dudikoff playing in American Ninja 4. But once again, it was just one of those. I think it was at that time Dudikoff like tried to do a bunch of shit and it didn't really work out. And he's like, fuck, now I got to go back and do American Ninja 4 after missing 3. Uh, and then probably when they asked him to do this one, he's like, absolutely fucking not, because part 4 is unwatchable. It's
yeah,
pretty unwatchable, and I'm getting the vibe that this one might be unwatchable as well. This movie so far seems like porn without penetration.
it's definitely got the all the qualities of it cinematically.
Let me put the subtitles on. Just
Now
so.
I can't even put the subtitles on. This is
Oh.
one of those DVDs. You know it's bad when you put the DVD in the player and there's no menu. It just starts to play.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you
Yeah.
hit the menu button, it says function can't be performed.
Yeah.
And like, wow, it doesn't even exist. They didn't even bother to give you any language
No, they're
options.
like, nah, they're like,
It
Daniel
doesn't.
May did the music. Like, I just had a curiosity, right? So like let's look up Daniel May. Daniel May. Actually, let's look up the director first. So I'm gonna look up American Ninja. I'm gonna see what
I think
else.
he was uh, a stunt guy
All right. So
that got a shot at directing.
yeah, Bobby Jean Leonard. Apparently this seems to be the only movie in his
Wait, we
credits.
talking about five?
Yeah.
Bobby Jean. I got Bob Bravler on IMDb directing it.
Oh, really? Mine says Bobby Jean Leonard. I mean, a lot of times these dudes are like, they want to not be remembered for certain things, because I can't even fucking find a
Yeah,
fucking.
mine says Bob Bravler.
Yeah, because I can't even find a fucking. So you look it up because
I'm on IMDb. Yeah, he's got 179 stunt credits,
okay, then that's what it was. Oh
and
my god, can you imagine? They're like,
director wise,
can you imagine? They were like, yo, anyone want to direct this? And then they're like, get the stunt guy, just give it to him.
well, could you? I mean, he got 17 director credits.
Does
I
he?
mean, would Cannon? I mean, listen, he did like an episode of Hunter,
Oh
Hardcastle,
wow.
McCormick, Knight
Okay.
Rider, A Team, Riptide,
You know what? In like,
Father Dowling Mysteries.
in
He
like,
wasn't like anything.
but still, like, late '80s, early '90s, like that's a pretty fucking killer fucking resume right there. Yo,
Sure.
here come the bad guys. I love the fucking bad guys. Why does it, there's always like dudes in the back with a gun, like just standing. Like,
Yeah.
You got Ben Kingsley. Man, I I hope people take this episode and just like watch along with us, because it's just great. So there's always like, so please, doctor, what are the villains trying to do here?
I'm Trying to give a little volume here, being I have no subtitles. That does look like Ben Kingsley.
Yo, so these movies are great because there's always like the one evil guy and then the one main henchman. But these guys, yo,
Wow.
it's like then the bad general. Look at this guy's over. They were like, this is the only size jacket we have for you to wear.
It's like a Men's Warehouse suit that they put a bunch of, medallions on it.
Yeah, I think that's from Texas. Only it looks like they were like in Barbados. All right, so let's look up the
The guy's
plot.
definitely a '90s villain right there.
Let's look up the plot of this movie. Right, so a ninja enlists a young a
You see
ninja.
that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
All right, so this will be the main henchman.
Okay, this must be the guy that, that they're hiring to do their dirty work.
Yeah, they're like, listen, wow,
He
look at
appeared out of nowhere like a David Copperfield trip.
so okay, so the plot very simple apparently. Uh,
Yeah.
a ninja, David Bradley. So he's the American ninja, enlists a young upstart, Lee Reyes, to rescue a scientist's kidnapped daughter. Wow. All right. So enter Pat Morita. Look at this. This is great. Who's that? The Harley Davidson fucking uniform? Poor Pat.
I think it's a Journey shirt. I think that's a Journey logo.
It might be. I feel like every old person, 55 to 75 at a rock show has that shirt.
Marina, mustacheless Marina.
Yeah, I know.
No facial hair. Interesting choice. That's a choice.
Yeah, I was watching. So Pat Morita did a movie with Jay Leno, and
Just the fact that exists makes me laugh. It's got to be so bad.
even my girlfriend was like, "I don't remember Jay Leno acting." I was
It's
like,
hard to picture Jay Leno as like a human, like acting anything like a hacky,
"Yeah, no."
Tonight Show host.
But Collision Course is up on HBO for anyone who wants to watch it. Wasn't bad. Like you watch it and it's like, it was like.
Does he have a love scene?
No, I don't think so.
Because that would be weird.
Yeah, but like it's just like I don't know. It was like almost like Beverly Hills Cop. Like it was pretty decent, and like the action and the characters. It was basically like a regular like buddy cop movie, just with those two guys. And it's like, but in '89, I guess you can get away with it because everyone was still trying to throw
They
money.
tried the buddy cop with like every format,
Yeah,
any kind of pairing possible. Guy and a dog,
guy and a
guy and
dog.
his mom.
Yeah, guy and a kid, cop and a half.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like what do we got left? You're like, how about this? Cop and a half, like the cop and this like 7-year-old. So David Bradley, that's interesting. Let's look him up because he's got a bunch of fucking credits.
What was interesting back in this heyday of action thing, you had your A list of action would be your Willis, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. Your B level, you're talking probably Chuck Norris,
Yeah,
Seagal, Jean Claude.
yes,
Like now, Dudikoff and this guy, we're getting into like another tier.
totally. Yeah,
The Jim Cotta guy, whoever he was.
Chef Speakman, the perfect weapon. But this guy, when they say like big fish, little pond,
Mm-hmm.
The Cannon Pond, like he was kind of like the dude. So he was in American Ninja 3, American Ninja 4, and American Ninja 5. Right there, you have, you have a franchise. Then you have American Samurai, Cyborg Cop, Hard Justice, Cyborg Cop 2. I mean, I can keep going. This guy's been, I feel like he's actually appropriate for this show. Like, I feel like we could definitely email him.
I think we should have to reach out.
To talk about Cyborg Cop.
Cyborg was a popular term you heard a lot back then. You don't hear that much nowadays. What was that all about? What was cyborg subgenre, I suppose?
Yo, you know what I didn't realize just how many movies that the director of that picture did? Albert Pune.
Oh, A lot.
A lot. So there's a
Yeah.
documentary that's made, and I think they're just trying to get funding to get distribution. Um, wow, that's funny. Oh, what is this guy playing? Is that a Game Boy? 1993. Well, Game Boys are probably out.
That hat is from the era, boy, right
Yeah,
there. That
yeah.
style.
That hat back then, like kids just wore hat just to wear hats. It didn't even like look. Didn't have to match anything. You were just like, this is just a hat that I'm wearing. Like what is it?
Yeah,
It looks
the
like
Miami Dolphins.
oh, it's
I
looks like
think so.
it looks like your grandma's couch. But yeah. So the dude that did Cyborg, Albert Pune did a bunch of shit. I just recently rewatched Cyborg because I I now I'm fascinated with like that's a lower budget, but like
Mhm.
they somehow made it look super post-apocalyptic. And I don't know, it just aged pretty well, as ridiculous as Cyborg was, but now there's something to watching. I mean, different levels, to watching like a movie like Cyborg because Cyborg looks like it had a $30 million budget more than this movie.
Mhm.
But back then, like, I remember watching it and being like, oh, it's weird, dumb, and whatever. Because I think we were like maybe like spoiled because you could always watch a Schwarzenegger movie or a Stallone movie. But now,
Sure.
like, the flip side is like you can go watch The Beekeeper with fucking, Jason Statham. Like, all these movies look just fucking just as dumb as the next. It's like, do you want an action movie with the green screen, or do you want to go back and watch, something like this that you could like feel?
Yeah, well, listen, you're not looking for Oscar-worthy performance. You want good fights. It's really like horror. You
Yeah,
watch a shit
you
horror
want the
film if they
kills.
bring the kills. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But you definitely there's genres that you got to wade through a lot of shit to get the gems. But what would you say would be the gold star of the Canon uh, franchise? What's the for your consideration of the Canon universe? What do you think the proudest they would be of a picture?
Wow. Probably Delta Force,
Mm, it's a
I
good one.
because it's at its core, if you really watch it, they really tried. They
Yeah,
tried to, give these like Oscar worthy performances. Man, this girl looks familiar.
she looks like Ginger Lynn.
Yeah. Ginger Lynn probably got lost this role. Hold on. Let me
I don't
look.
think she was in straight films yet.
She only has
I
two
think Rob
credits.
Zombie put her on.
So Anna Anna DuPont. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like Law and Order. Goddamn Law and Order.
Everybody's got a Law and Order credit.
Issue. Yeah, that's really about it. Okay, all right. Once again, another lady I think we can have on. Just to
I mean,
remind
let's
her.
be real. I don't think there's anyone in this cast that, if they're still alive and have a social media account
Yeah,
that
I'll be
we
like,
couldn't get.
is this Miss Ann DuPont? Remember in 1993 you made a movie called American Ninja 5. Yeah, well we sat down, we watched and we did a play by play
Now, you've seen all of these.
Oh, look at the graphics. Yo, so I watched all five American Ninjas, but I don't remember this one.
What's is there any continuity? Now, I saw the first one as I was younger. I watched it 2 years ago, I think, when we were going to do an interview, just to brush up. And I love Judy Aronson, of course, she was in that. And I don't remember two, three, four, or never seen this.
Oh,
So, is there any continuity in this franchise?
I two, yeah, one and two for sure, definitely.
Okay,
Um, I'm trying to think, is Judy
but I
even
guess if
in
they're
two?
switching stars at three, they're going to
Yeah,
start anew.
but one and two are like, they got the theatricals, and maybe I just attached
Sure.
like a different feeling to them because I'm like, 8, 9, 10 watching these movies in theaters, and it's like a smart move, when you think of like uh ninjas were so big, but it was always Shokasuki. So they're like, okay, like, we want the American audience to feel involved. So, how
All
can
you
we,
needed was the word ninja in the
yeah,
title for a
that's
kid
it.
back then,
How
for
can
real.
how can we Americanize this ninja? It's like perfect. American ninja. All right, cool. Let's roll with it. Uh
Yeah, if
and
you were watching these films without knowing anything about it, you would have thought there was like a complete ninja epidemic in the
yeah,
world back then. Like you
yeah.
couldn't go anywhere without some ninja fight
All right,
jumping off.
so I think this is where the plot takes off here. Uh Apparently maybe those two were related. And so
Ginger Lynn got captured by the magician, the ninja,
so you have like the villain here,
David Blaine.
got great hair.
Very good, nice ponytail.
God damn, I
He
love
just caught a flaming arrow
yeah. Yo, that
out of
ninja
the air.
that that ninja must have been 90 years old because that was like that was the easiest fucking smack.
And then I couldn't even help wonder, as a young man too, I'm like, why do they have to wear that outfit? The,
I didn't even
like
wonder that.
the
I just
ninja
rolled with it.
outfit. Like, why did they had to get up in that gear? Like I think about these things now, like, like this guy's in his closet, he's got a bunch of ninja outfits hanging up, and he's
They're
gonna go to work
they're all black for sure. Like, so that was the one thing, interesting thing to go back to American Ninja 1 and 2 was in part 2, they had different colors. So there was
Mhm.
like the reds, the blue, like it was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. But yeah, so this is fucking hilarious because this guy's
So
walking.
she's the
Oh, there you go.
scientist's
What did I
daughter,
tell you? What did I tell you
Blue
right there?
Ninjas.
Blue ninjas there. This is the next level. So far.
Like a video game.
Yeah.
The levels of the bosses, the black ones are the low key soldiers. These guys look like the GI Joe Cobra Commander thing
Like
going on. Yeah.
also for like the peripheral, like very bad. You can't see anything to the side of you.
No,
And at what point, like this guy just basically
that was
smoked.
weak as
I know. Yo, all jokes aside, I'll tell you this. The fighting sequences for a lot of these movies were really bad. It wasn't until like later
yeah.
on, and I think I don't know how it would start with the raid, but I think it really did start like, or at least for over here, like once we got that, because then I feel like that just inspired like the John Wicks and all this other shit. But like,
Yeah.
man, like the fight scenes were just so fucking bad. Like even with like Schwarzenegger and like it was just like, okay, like I'll get beat up, maybe I'll get nicked in the shoulder with a gunshot. And it just wasn't, like, looking back now and looking at where we
Mhm.
are now in action, it's just so different.
Oh, sure. I
But
mean, listen, a really well done one. I mean, you're talking about, it's no different than someone doing choreographing a ballet or something. You're gonna have these. All right, we have three versus one here. We're gonna set it up like this. You're gonna come in here. It's like it's a dance. When it's well done, it's amazing. But
and you always hear like, people like Seagal takes it too rough on certain people, right? You always hear that in the interview,
sure,
or like he got too close, or somebody breaks their nose, which is always like fun. Um, so Lee Reyes, I'm looking up. I think that's the little kid in this. Yeah, these guys are all yeah. These guys are all. I swear to God, I might send out a mass email to the whole cast of this movie.
maybe we can get a reunion, like one of those kind of
we could get,
episodes.
we could get the American Ninja 5 reunion. Wow, what a great thought that would be. I
I mean,
wonder.
it
I wonder who
is
the director.
shocking. Yeah, you think he's still alive?
I have no idea, but I'm thinking
I'm
like,
surprised how much of the actors have pictures next to their name because usually on IMDb, it's a movie like this, everyone has no
yeah.
profile image.
So yeah, right now, I guess the plot has kicked off. The girl gets kidnapped. I don't know what he did. Like she didn't even slightly move so far. The whole time he's like
No,
dragging her around like fucking Frankenstein.
I'm
And
sure it was the chloroform or something like that. I missed it, but that was big back then too. Everybody had a rag and a jar of
yeah,
chloroform in their glove box.
Poor Things brought back the chloroform. So shout out to Poor Things.
Respect.
Yeah,
Still the best movie I saw last year. I hope it wins all the awards.
I hope it does too. And now like so the beauty of Poor Things, if we could derail from American Ninja, because I feel like we can get back to the plot and we'll be just
Listen, there's
fine.
no way we're going to be able to directly focus only on this for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean we only have about 90 minutes left.
I mean, this car chase
Look at his
alone is
face.
going on too long.
But the beauty right now of Poor Things is watching like the rest of the universe catch up to it, and I see all these threads talking about how great it is and this and that, and I'm like, wow, yeah, what is going on with these guys? Look at this
The
outfit.
khakis, the Bugle Boy shorts.
Yeah, shout out to Bugle Boy. They were like,
Check out what's that guy got around his neck? What's that like Rakim medallion he's got? Or Eric B
yeah,
kind of look.
well, yeah, he's like the Asian Eric B and Rakim. Look at that.
That's
shit.
got to be a hindrance during a fight. Those shorts, those pulled up socks, and the
Yeah.
Uzis is ridiculous.
And the three different like nationalities that they are. Holy Christ. These are the best henchmen. This guy's like, hey man, I'm just gonna hold this Uzi right by your head. No,
Why?
look at him. I'd be like, yo, can you like not point that fucking Uzi that would like shred me in half if you fucking hit it?
I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about with the hour and 42. Like that, it took them a minute to walk up the stairs
Yeah.
of a plane and look around,
Yeah.
walk backwards up there. You could have hacked that,
Yeah. Wow, look at a payphone, man. Sometimes I
Unless
miss a
it's one of
payphone.
those deals where they were, on these, they wanted it longer. And then they were like, well, we'll just do this and
We have the
all these other
director's cut.
shitty ways.
That's what it is. We have the
Could be.
But I mean, a payphone. Just anytime you see a payphone in a movie, it's just I go back to a time of people just like smearing their fucking mouth on this
Bro,
fucking. Hey, but
when I think about those,
but I never thought about it back then. I would just be like, oh, up on that receiver, like, yeah, like, hey man, yeah, whoa, cool, yeah, all right, cool, but like,
yeah, you might as well just like made out with the dude that
like,
used that phone before you. I
Yeah.
mean, it's disgusting.
so gross, like nonstop. It's like basically sharing a microphone with like literally everyone that walks on a street block in the fucking city. Like unbelievable. Like everyone's just singing into it's like, yeah, no, and no one ever wiped that down. But like back then, yo,
No,
you know what? We lived through it. We're better
we
for it.
did.
It didn't bother us. It probably like jacked up our immune system tenfold.
Sure.
Back then, you got sick. You didn't even know why you got sick. You're like, I have a cold. You never even put two and two together. Why?
Nah, you didn't care really.
No,
It's just one of those things that happens.
that's it. So he snuck on the
Right.
plane, right?
Yes.
That reminds me of Commando, but he snuck off the plane. I love this guy. I feel like I owe it to him to watch the rest of his stuff.
His filmography.
When I see a movie called Cyborg Cop, which I could almost guarantee if I remember correctly. Yeah. So Sam Furstenberg directed that. That was one of the movies.
Friend of the show.
A friend of the show.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and Cyborg Cop 2.
Yeah. So
It's a
like,
sequel too.
yeah, like that's just calling for me. And also, if you switch over to 1995, he has a movie called Hard Justice, which is just like Hard to
I was-
Kill and Out for Justice mixed together. I guess I don't know. Hard Justice.
Well, I'm scrolling through his things, and Hard Justice is the highest rated of all his work
Okay.
at a 5.5 on IMDb. 5.5 out of 10. That's his that's his Apocalypse Now, his Godfather.
It might be. Yeah.
Everything else is clocking in the three,
This is great. Total
high
re
threes, low fours.
He has a movie called Total Reality. I mean, I kind of feel like I see what's going on here, you know,
He's got a writing credit.
on Total Reality.
No, Blood Warriors.
You know what? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to read the synopsis as we could head back to. Wow, look at wait, Ben Kingsley's back on screen. What the fuck's on his head? Did you see that?
No,
What the fuck is on Ben Kingsley's
he
head?
looks like Ben Kingsley, or you know that Tony Franklin, that bald bass player Peter Gabriel always has,
Yeah,
that has the long sticks on his
that's him.
fingers that he plays with.
At what point do you just say
Oh,
like,
she's conscious again.
"Oh, good"? She's about to
Oh,
meet.
no,
She's
she's not.
about to meet
She's
to
just
all
getting
these guys.
carried by dudes.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's it. The sexism that lived in the early '90s. She couldn't even walk.
yeah.
She walked off the plane. I don't know why she's not walking still. He's like, I'm just gonna. Wow. All right, these guys just snuck on there.
More Uzis.
Unbelievable. Where could they possibly be taking her?
You can't have your henchmen in shorts. It's just not going to create a threatening look. They have to wear dress pants.
You're right because if yo, those are old school Doritos.
Every
Oh
now and then
man,
they'll bust that design out.
yeah.
I seen it on the taco flavored Dorito.
I feel like you're right. I feel like if they were dressed a little bit more menacing, these guys might not even try to follow them. Just,
Yeah, shorts.
uh,
Remember the Sopranos? Even a Don doesn't wear shorts. Shorts are for leisure. You know.
all
Eh,
right. Well, they're in
now the
Venezuela.
military's involved,
Yeah. This guy's having
but
a day.
he's got his little short round there on the outside to
He
help him out.
does. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like everyone's just putting like elements of everything. Just it's
Well,
like
that was the canon way. Like
that was the
that
canon.
work. Grab that, throw it in the blender, and spit it out quickly,
I'm going to say this.
cheaply.
So I'm going to read the synopsis. Total Reality, 1997 sci-fi action with our boy here. It's up on Tubi.
Of course, it is.
So in the distant future, two armies battle for control of planet Earth. Right there, you have my attention because I'm like, what's the budget on this? Because it just seems like
Mm.
I don't know how you're going to pull this off. One army is led by the evil genius, Tunis, while the other is led by Anti-Fascist Alliance. You know, the guy
Is it a
David.
canon film as well?
Um, I don't know. I can't. Doesn't say here. I don't think so. I think. Oh no, this is 97. So I think
Okay,
by 97 they were already done.
sure.
So travel back time, blah blah. Okay. So they travel back in time from 2128 to the 1990s. Smart, very smart. All right. Back to the plot here. I guess Short Round is trying to figure out a way to get him out of this.
Yeah, like I'm not even watching this like with the volume full up, just a little bit, paying attention to what goes on. But this scene right here, that's a scene that can have that 2 minutes chopped off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's.
You know,
Okay. So now they bring the girl
she's
to
walking again. That's
she's
her dad.
the scientist that I guess they're trying to get him to do bad things.
Yes, they're trying to get him to do bad shit, kidnap the daughter to get
Yeah.
him to do the bad shit.
He looks like a scientist in a porno, like it's just like, oh, how long do you think they had before the cops came and told them to stop filming here?
Just wear a tie and glasses. You look like a scientist. Oh,
Why they
this is some resort, like a hotel that was probably
yeah,
open for business that they just illegally set
they
up in
got
the corner. Like,
they
sir,
got
you're
there
gonna have to leave.
they got there at 6 a.m. They're like, all right, let's just do this real quick. And why
We
are they
paid
the
for our
same age?
bracelets. We could stay here all day, do what we want.
Why is father and daughter the same age?
Mm. They played it fast and loose with ages of people back then. Like, high school students were 30. It just didn't matter. Tony Franklin just took her away.
They're like, can you do an accent? God damn. I feel like this police chief is going to be crooked
Yeah,
in some way.
an ambassador of some sort.
Yeah.
I think
Look at
this
this.
kid's now. Who did this kid enlist here?
The tall man.
Weird choice to have him in like
Might,
Dolphins jacket and hat.
yeah.
Like why?
I have no idea.
Unless there's something I'm missing here, which I could be. Did they mention anything in the subtitles about the Miami Dolphins?
He claims to be American. No
Because
passport.
otherwise, if anybody ever saw this movie, which probably nobody did, the Dolphins could be like, "Yeah, you gotta pay us for that."
We just bumped it up 2 views on this. I love that the villain's just sitting there in a tub with 3 women, and he doesn't even rap. What does he do?
No, they let their hero out of jail.
I
No,
feel I
well, he's
feel like
still cuffed.
I feel like they're trying to interject a plot here. This is where I think it's going to get convoluted.
Well, one thing the raid, it was always obvious, but the raid really taught us was like you just have a single purpose of it and you just give them fights all the time.
Oh yeah,
We don't. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for.
I
Let's
think
cut the shit.
when you break down the raid, it's like, okay, SWAT team trying to take over this like drug infested building,
Hmm.
and all it is he's going from floor to floor, trying to survive after he realizes that he's pretty much outnumbered. And
Mm.
this is well, first of all, guy's driving around a bicycle with a fucking knife and like
I'm looking up filming locations. This is Venezuela. It's three locations: Venezuela, Rome, Italy, and L.A.
yeah. I mean, maybe it is.
So this is Venezuela.
Oh, yeah. It's probably like, I mean, they probably got like some sort of discount. They probably like went through the globe and they were just like, where could we film that it will cost absolutely close to nothing? Fucking great.
That guy's great.
Yeah.
He's the one. There was always one. You had to have like one of the henchmen be like a little more noticeable. They're not like lines or whatever,
Yeah,
but like the
totally.
Uber henchman, the person that the hero is going to defeat before he gets to the last one he's going to defeat before he gets to the main villain.
Well, that was always the case, but in this one, I'm noticing you have the bald henchman, which is usually played, that's the role. Because, like, to go back to Commando again, because everything I learned about action movies, I learned from Commando. You have Dan Hedaya, who's like the main guy, and then you have Bennett, who's like the main like henchman, and they're both, like it's almost like you can't wait till John Matrix kills them. And with this, you have Ben Kingsley, bald guy, but then you also have the Big Trouble in Little China on wish list guy,
Mm.
where he's just like, okay, mullet Asian guy with the medallion, but then you have the guy in the bathtub. So he's got 3 people that he really
Well,
wants.
the guy at the with the scientist, he's holding the scientist heavy. He's going to be the last thing. They got to defeat their plan,
He's gonna get
and
like
then the guy with the ponytail, he's going to be the
the
guy
fight.
next to the guy, and then Ben Kingsley is going to be the one right before that. That's my prediction.
So,
That's
I
the
think you're right.
hierarchy.
And
of
how are
the
they gonna
villain.
die? I feel like the Asian guy, he's gonna karate him and maybe like do one of those like neck breaks.
Okay.
I feel like Ben Kingsley might be the guy that dies with like a rocket launcher that he lets off, or sometimes you
I
have like the secondary good guy take someone out, so they might even give it the short round. Uh,
That's true.
he might just take it, and then the main guy, I don't know
I
how
gotta
many,
say, for what? How far are we into this?
like
I mean,
15 minutes, I think.
36 minutes. He really ain't done shit.
No, there's
He
just a
fought those dudes by the boat,
yeah.
but he's been pretty much like rendered useless for like a lot of this film here. In the
It's,
cuffs in the back. This kid is doing far more than
it
that guy.
totally is.
He's
Yeah.
driving cars, eating apples.
Doritos. You
Yeah,
know what it is?
he's
He's burning a lot of calories. That's what it is.
He's like the product placement kid. Like, all right, the Dolphins gave us $100. Doritos gave us
Yeah, because the
Doritos is
Doritos,
doing
yo,
catering.
the Doritos really served no purpose. Like he's eating the Doritos for no reason, and then he drops it, and then the camera pans to the Dorito. So it's like
Yeah,
maybe
that's not
so.
accidental.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, Doritos on the fucking floor. Should be
Doritos
an
did the
afterthought.
catering for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the locations are pretty cool. And, listen, I mean, that's a great view. They're driving up this hill and it's pretty ridiculous. But once again, say what you want.
Is the car going to go over the cliff?
These cars are actually, everything is real. And I think there is something to look back at that and admire, where it's like
There was real danger to it.
yeah. So
As dumb as the movie is, like there was
Yeah.
some real, high stakes shit going on.
He fucking just. This guy has a fucking machine gun that could like light up. All right, finally they use it. Jesus Christ.
These kids yelling the whole time over the Uzi.
Wow. The bald dude is now
So they
looking like
shot up the van that's holding our hero. They're going to
Right.
open it up, and is he going to attack them or he's not there?
he's not there.
There we go.
No, where could he possibly be?
He's going to drop down. And how did he?
Yeah.
He was hanging on the ceiling of the thing. They couldn't see him.
Yeah. Oh, this guy might be going first.
Oh, he's
you
going to
see,
take out this guy early.
He's got
He's got a little thingy
he's got
in
a
his
butterfly.
hair.
Yeah. So he just knocked him out, basically, and they tried to kill him. So he's a very nice guy because I feel like those guys are going to make a return.
Again, though, that's a weak ass. That's some weak ass shit. That fight.
That fight sequence was like one step above Batman in the '60s. Oh my god!
The Magic Man.
Right. This is the guy. So right now, I feel like they're gonna have a fight, but it's gonna be
Nice package on that
guy. Don't believe the stereotype.
Now we got guys in nurse scrubs,
Yeah.
ninjas, that color.
At what point do these guys realize they're not going to beat him after he like?
If they would all just attack him at the same
the
time,
same
they'd
time.
fuck him up. But they got to, stand around in a circle. Cover his mouth.
They're trying.
Is he?
Nah, he just keeps going.
Yeah, these are OR scrubs.
All right, so basically, anyone who hangs out with the American Ninja is getting kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just don't hang out with this fucking guy. I mean, how hard is it to just manhandle this little kid?
He's a fighter.
Yeah. I think the ninjas in this series are definitely influenced by the stormtroopers of the Star Wars stuff because they're so inconsequential. I mean, look at the outfit. Yeah. They're like, you have any ninja outfit smaller than this? Like, nah.
Bed sheets, man.
We're just gonna have to tie you together.
What were those weapons called? Sickles? No,
I
they
think
must
so.
have had a better name. I know it's not katana blades. Those are the ones that the prongs kind of look like a trident.
Yeah, shout out to Samurai Cop for the katana.
Hell yeah.
This guy's gonna pop up. So I guess why does he pop up? Like, I'm trying to figure out what the secret to this guy is, what the connection is. He must have some sort of magic. Is he gonna do a blow dart? Yeah, this guy's hiding. Fucking worst ninjas ever. Unbelievable. Oh, now there's maybe they're shooting in Arizona with these cactuses.
Maybe
They could have cut
something
this.
in the air.
They
Yeah,
could,
this
they
this
could.
movie clearly had no editor.
Yeah, we might get the editor on air. I have to look him up real quick. And you would imagine a movie directed by a stunt coordinator would have some stunt coordination.
Yeah, that's one spot you wouldn't think would be lacking, but
Yeah, like
man,
it's like Damien Leone doing Terrifier. You're like, all right, he's a special effects guy and he's trying directing, and you're like, wow, the special effects look fucking amazing. Really work out for this guy.
what the fuck? What is this obstacle course they had set up there? The swinging baskets with swords just jammed through them, and those little wood things on the ground. Like, what is so?
Why was this ninja? This ninja was hiding under a
Is
bush.
he gonna trip on that? I guess that kid could have spat that thing out. And I don't think it's even tight. It's just in his mouth.
It's just in his
It's
mouth.
not even. It doesn't wrap around his head,
No,
right?
I hope this kid never makes it to a Saw movie because he would be
He,
dead. Yo, just
he
untie
could
this idiot already.
spit that shit out.
Oh my god.
He's the comic relief.
Oh, this guy's still knocked out. They're moving. I don't guess I
Yeah, he
don't know.
didn't even finish the job. This guy sucks. There ain't no half stepping in
Yeah.
being a ninja, you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, these guys are trying to fucking kill you. They just lit up that truck and somehow they lit up the truck with two machine guns and somehow he was hiding on top and didn't get hit.
I just love that they opened the door to that van and they couldn't see a body hanging from the top of the. I mean, we've all been in the back of a minivan,
Yeah.
right? It's not that big.
The director's like, "Yo, we're gonna shoot up the van, but you're not gonna die. You're going to be hanging from the top of this van, and when they open it up, you're gonna kick them." And then, yo, at what point do you think this guy just realized that like 5 was just way too much? We should have just stopped at 4.
Oh man, never.
And seriously, how did Pat Morita make it in here? I mean, he must maybe come
Yeah.
back at the end because
Well, it kind of makes sense though. Okay, this movie's they're back, bro. See, should have finished the job, son.
now he looks like he's dressed like Robin Williams in the Birdcage. That's what he looks like.
And you don't even take his gun.
Yeah.
You left the gun.
Yeah, once again, real fire. I don't know how they did it back then, but they were just like.
But anyway, yeah. So the budget couldn't have been much, obviously. So whatever chunk I could see them getting Pat Morita just to say he's in the film
he
and
was
give
the
him
bulk.
one scene.
He was the bulk.
You know,
let me look
and
at
that
the
be
budget.
it.
I'm gonna look at the goddamn budget here. I got him.
I'm gonna say 600,000.
Okay, that's your guess. Let's see. Directed by Bobby
Which is
Jean Leonard. Written
still a
by
lot.
I mean, the writers are really the people I want to look at. All right, so the director, it seems like a Greek guy or Egyptian. Let's see. Transworld Entertainment. What else did he do? Anything? Looking at the producer. Oh, the producer from Piranha 2. So that's a credit.
Terrible film.
Curse 2, The Bite.
That is James Cameron's first movie, I believe, right? Piranha 2.
Was it? I don't remember.
I feel like it was.
No Place to Hide. Oh, wow. I remember No Place. No, that's different. No Place to Hide. Pat Morita, James Liu. So one of the guys in this movie, he did choreography for Big Trouble in Little China. So that's offensive to me almost. Like, right? That's like outrageous that that's the same guy.
Yeah.
Distributed by
Yeah,
Canon.
Piranha 2, The Spawning, James Cameron's first movie.
So let's see.
Not good. Piranha 1 fucks though. Look.
Yeah, I do not have
The stats.
the budget. I don't have the budget here. Nah. Joe Returns. I do like that both American Ninjas are named Joe.
Trying to look up the budget as well. Yeah, let's see.
This film is set in Los Angeles, Rome.
Film was not originally intended to be part of the American Ninja franchise. Canon Pictures made it under the title American Dragons, but the title was changed to American Ninja 5 before release.
So
this explains why David Bradley plays Joe, a character different than the Sean Davidson character he played in American Ninja 3, Blood Hunt, and American Ninja 4.
Interesting. Interesting. So maybe it's just like one of those properties that like, but it's always like fascinating because they did the same thing with Hellraiser. I had no idea, but they're like, I didn't really understand the game until we watched that documentary about the Fantastic Four, where it's like, oh yeah, you have you have the licensing or whatever for this intellectual, IP, intellectual property. And you have the rights basically, and you have to keep using it, otherwise you lose it. So anything that comes down that you could, just slap that name on it. And I guess like really, it's probably made for cheap, and it, if something has American Ninja 5, you could probably make your money back or double it on the video. So
it's just like when we had Brian Usna on, and he was hammering that point home too, about, when you can get your hands on a franchise title, and just churn out whatever. Just it's already cutting into like helping the marketing just by recognizable. Obviously nobody thinks the American Ninjas are, amazing pieces of cinema or whatever, but they have their fan base and it's instantly recognizable. So pack that on. And
so, I mean, listen, look at us sitting here watching this fucking
2024.
Because I'm
Googling the American Ninja 5 budget.
We're getting a lot of hits. So yeah, because we put it up in the Facebook group, and it was Simon Says, which I was really hoping would have won, because that movie,
I'd never seen it.
We got to do that next, because it's so
all right.
It's unbelievable how bad that movie is, and it's Dennis Rodman after starring in God. What he was in a Van Damme movie, maybe
Demolition Man, right? Was that the name of it?
I forget. No, Demolition Man is...
Double Trouble. No, that's him by himself.
He was in a movie with him. I think he's an
action star. And I'll look it up here.
And then from there, maybe it was Double Team.
Yeah, that sounds right, man.
Oh, but Simon Says is like just unbelievable, because they were trying to push him and they gave him a budget. So he had a budget, but he was just so bad.
It's got a 2.6 on IMDb.
I mean, that's generous.
Let's see.
What else did we
Double Team he did with
Van Damme
in 97.
Maybe
that was 97.
Simon Says was him and the comedian.
Simon Says was 99.
Wasn't that the comedian guy in Simon Says with him? A fucking corny comedian.
Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And John Panette.
Oh, wow.
Comedian.
Star power.
I think he's dead.
Yeah. Well,
I think that guy died in on the road in like a hotel room in like Pittsburgh by himself. It was like the saddest shit I ever heard.
Look, right. Look at this. First of all, that they didn't have permission to shoot wherever they are.
No.
100%. And they're like, yo, he told you guys, can you just leave? Like this dude is like the boss who's got these two girls, and then there's two. I love that. That's so good. That
Like,
is like
listen,
what's
we
missing
paid
from
for
the
our
era.
all-inclusive bracelet like everybody else. We'll stay
Totally.
here.
He told you guys stop shooting here.
Dennis Rodman was in BAPS, Black American Princesses. Do you remember that?
I do, but he wasn't like the focal point
97.
like he was. Simon Says was the thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna try, like basically they were trying to do with him what they were trying to do, what they did with like The Rock or whatever, or like anyone that actually was successful. But he was just so fucking bad in Double Team, and he was so fucking bad in Simon's like just too like. So we put it up on Facebook. It was what American Ninja 5, Simon Says, and
Jack
Jack Frost
Frost
2,
too.
which is almost unwatchable. Jack Frost 2, because Jack Frost was okay. It really wasn't that bad. Like it was just campy, direct to video, fucking like horror movie snow. It fine, but Jack Frost 2 was like very very bad.
I think you and I discussed too via text about Ginger Dead Man at one point, but I was like, I can't do that again. I did that recently with Joe Bob, and that was fine enough, but I just don't know if I can go back to that so quickly.
Yo, who's watching
It
like
took a lot out of me.
it did. So I would always see the title and I'm like, oh, whatever, whatever. But full moon movies are a commitment sometimes. And when Joe Bob did Ginger Dead Man, I'm like, you know what? This is early enough in the this was what started, I think, Gary Busey down that fucking rabbit hole of like weird ass movies. But
Some might say it's the
it wasn't
motorcycle accident, but
it wasn't even
you could
good.
say that too.
Is this the guy from that did the
Purple Ninjas.
Big Trouble choreography? Because like I gotta look him up. I gotta see fucking cast because it's so lifted from that. It's unbelievable. The
A lot of
Viper.
Purple Ninjas.
The Viper.
You got a great color palette, this film, though.
Yeah.
Like a Wes Anderson karate film.
Could this really be the guy? Hold on. Like I gotta look because it's killing me right now. American Ninja. You figure at this point he's killed or beaten the shit out of like 100 ninjas, and they're still trying.
No blood.
Okay, yeah. So this
No blood.
guy, the guy that keeps reappearing
Oh,
was the guy that did this guy worked
short
on Big
round, gonna
Trouble,
get it.
Little China. So that's kind of what he did. That's like the shtick that he took. Very
Who the
funny.
fuck are these two dudes?
I don't know.
Beautiful shot.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad.
It's I got a Kill Bill kind of feel to
Yeah.
it. Uh,
Yeah, like it's not like
obviously before Kill Bill. And then I'm sure if you ask Quentin Tarantino, American Ninja 5 is my favorite karate movie ever. It's better than all the other ones.
There's a it's a pretty terrible movie, but there is this fight scene like with James Liu in it, and so it was like a big inspiration to like Kill Bill. Because this does feel like Tarantino for sure.
Who is this guy?
Oh, so he's the one that ganked that chain. I don't
Oh, this is a
who's
flashback?
yeah.
That was in a weird place
Yeah.
in the middle of a fight.
Totally.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he's got the little blades that come out, a la what's his face in Enter the Dragon, right? The villain in that.
Oh yeah. That was a good, I love that movie growing up.
That movie's the gold standard.
It is, right?
Yeah,
Because I
fuck
love
yeah.
all the other ones too, and I love, the Kareem Abdul, but nothing was
The
more
premise, the villain was so great.
yeah.
You got an island with a forbidden tournament. All the
tournament,
best
yeah,
of the best. They're fight. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, launched Mortal Kombat. All these
Yeah.
fight games that we love and stuff too. What is he holding this guy, caressing him?
I guess so.
It's the love scene. No,
Whoa,
love interest, no love story in the film.
what a weird edit.
Hmm.
Like that was a weird splice.
Like, are they generically going to have the scientist's daughter and this dude are going to like, even though they really had no contact,
Oh
barely at
yeah, no.
all.
Yeah, they're at
Well, they had
definitely
dinner for a minute.
barely. But I feel like if someone is gonna go to Venezuela to save you from being kidnapped that barely knows you and the kid that you're like connection to all this is ridiculous. I love.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the sentimental moment. I'd be like, guy, can you stop caressing my head like we're about to make out? It's fucking weird.
Is there anything worse than the kid in the movie, like with the
No.
in the action or horror film? It's just
Nope.
fuck out of here.
God, what
The only thing worse is when there are the babies involved. You can fuck right off.
what fucking what time are we at here with this movie?
I'm gonna hit the
My phone stopped going.
57 minutes in,
Wow.
58.
I feel like it's only going to get better from here.
I mean, for an action movie, this film moves at a glacial pace.
Yo,
I mean,
what do they do? This is the Oscar.
Not a hell of a lot of action.
It's just the Oscar
Yeah, this is the
performance.
for your consideration moment.
They're just talking way too close to each other.
And the Oscar goes to American Ninja
Yeah.
5, Canon Films.
I'll be like, yo, we're about to go like kill some people, and you're like 11, so let's go.
I wonder if Canon ever sent out like a for your consideration. Like if any year they were like, you know what, I think we got a shot with this one. And send it out to get some.
Didn't they get like what was that Midnight Train, right? Like
Oh, Runaway Train.
Runaway
That was a
Train.
great film.
But also there was another one, Tough Guys Don't Dance. I think there was they got some
Oh,
yo,
that got panned. That was the one. It was Tough Guys Don't Dance. It was about that
maybe it was John
author, wasn't it?
Cassavetes or something. Yo, so
Mm,
you see what he's doing with his hands here? As a kid, when we would watch ninja movies, they would
yeah.
always do the hand thing, and there was different ones, and me and my cousins would always do it. Like we would rent these like ninja movies,
Mm.
and oh my god, it was a great. Like we would just be like, just do these ninja hand things that made no sense whatsoever, and we would always try to come up with new ones.
I think that one means two in the pink, one in the stink.
Yeah, that went down. Oh, here comes this guy.
The shocker. Pat Morita, right?
Yeah,
They manifested him.
yeah. They're like, yo, can we get one more out of you? Oh, this poor guy.
They had to film this part in L.A. There's no way
This
Pat.
fucking poor guy. Yeah.
I need to know the budget and I need to know his salary. I need to know,
Yeah,
He's got facial hair.
his salary was definitely like a $250,000, and the budget was about 350
Hmm.
for sure.
He's got the Fu Manchu now.
Yeah. Well, it said they shot in L.A., Rome, and Venezuela. So
Right.
look
This
out
is
for the
LA.
Rome shots.
And there's no way Pat Morita travels to this film. They will do my parts
Absolutely
here.
not.
I got a great spot in my backyard.
I get it. I see what's happening here. So that's young Pat teaching this kid. I don't know about you, but if I was gonna like teach someone, I just wouldn't have the patience to teach a kid anything. They're never focused. It's just like,
It's tough, son. It's challenging.
yeah. Shut up.
I
Sit
tell you
down.
what, though.
I told you not to be stupid, Jamora.
I mean, training at the beach. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I have no. Yeah.
The beach sucks. First of all, and not much my personal preference. The sand on your feet, like it's a stupid place to practice karate. Sure, you got a dojo. Oh, someone else coming out of the fog. Who's this fucker?
Just another. This is dead.
His
No.
dad?
No, I
Patrick
don't know.
Duffy?
Jimmy. I have no idea.
Patrick Duffy?
It's a random white guy walking out of the fog.
And he's out.
He is just
Yeah, is his DoorDash order or something?
he's just as confused as we are. He's like, who the fuck was that guy?
Do you order Grubhub? I'll leave this right here.
What the hell's Grubhub? Like, you'll know in 30 years. Oh, the Viper.
The fake mustache.
Oh, his evil ways and treachery. So that's the main henchman. He had very evil ways and treachery. Oh my God, poor Pat reading this fucking monologue.
Let me look up what
Yeah.
Pat was like, where he was at.
The fucking director's like not Asian enough because Pat's like totally normal English speaking. No, not good. Like what the fuck?
Man,
Yo, who was that random ass white guy though?
I don't know. We'll never know.
Oh, no. I got one ear off so I could hear.
Let's see, 90. Going back here. American. Okay, so
He's gonna pay it forward now. Why does he have
I
a
mean,
boner?
he's got not much going on at this point, man. You know, the next Karate Kid. That's
that the last thing?
That's the one with what's her face,
Next Karate
Hillary
Kid,
Swank.
Yeah,
That was 94,
yeah,
but that was Pan. That was not, a beloved thing.
yeah.
A lot of appearances on TV shows, Fresh Prince,
When did he die?
2005.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, listen, besides the Karate Kid and Happy Days, this guy's whole, there's not a lot of.
I feel like we could have gotten
I'm
him
looking
if he
through.
was still alive.
No question. Like popping up Magnum PI, Love Boat. He's got a lot of.
Oh,
But
yo,
he
wait.
never really.
Do henchmen really play cards like this?
They do, and they wear shorts.
What's going on?
They're henchmen at leisure.
Look at these ninjas just hanging out. Fucking great. We could definitely get all four of these guys on the show. That's great.
Good job, ninjas.
Yeah, I mean, that other ninja must have been very small.
Hey, look at those ninjas. They accuse him of cheating in cards.
Yeah.
This is why you don't let your henchmen, have downtime.
You know what?
If they were doing their fucking job.
Remember in the beginning where I said why these guys are always standing around with machine guns? That's why.
Yeah. You look what happens when they don't. The second they sit down to play cards, that's a nice belt they got.
So they definitely were like, okay, what can we get that everyone could wear? And it's like shorts and a white t-shirt. And it's like, that's fine. Knee-high socks. Holy Christ.
So they've infiltrated the hotel.
They did.
That the evil guys are working at.
Yeah.
The Ritz-Carlton or here or whatever. The Club Med that they decided to shoot at one day, snuck and jumped over the fence.
Yeah. These guys shoot movies like we shoot music videos for our band. We're like, just do it till someone tells us to stop.
And this kid's ninja's outfit's too
you
big.
Ever hear of American Ninja? Yeah, this part.
Ever heard of a little film called?
I feel like if this movie has taught me anything so far in the first hour, is that the last fighting sequences are going to be just as fucking terrible as the first hour.
Yeah, so he showed this kid a shitload of karate, and they didn't even do it in a. Oh, there's a split. They didn't even give us a montage. Really,
They didn't.
they gave you a flashback of him learning karate.
It might be on the cutting room floor.
Mm. It would. They had to keep it under 2 hours.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! Can you imagine?
All the
being this
Bugle
poor
Boys
guy?
have been defeated.
Can you imagine being this poor guy after being in American Ninja 3 and 4 and then ending up here? But I also like, this is great.
Look at these henchmen. These henchmen suck. Listen, if I was a supervillain, I wouldn't tolerate this shit for a second. Let me tell you.
Unbelievable. She looks.
There's our hostage. This doesn't look so bad. She's got a nice magazine.
Yeah.
Full of fruit.
Looks like the waiting room
What's
in like
the
a
problem?
dentist office in 1983.
Mm.
He's like, hey.
He's gonna kick it.
Yeah.
Who is our main girl here?
I looked her up. She only had like these 2 credits. Even
really?
Yeah.
No way.
No, I told you. Yeah, she did the. Wow, this guy's the worst. She did the L.A. Law one and no, SVU, like one of those.
Oh right, that was gotcha.
She had a couple of credits, but once again, very gettable.
Oh sure.
Walking around with a machine gun. Ninja. Look at like if anyone just slightly like pulled the trigger, there'd be so many dead people. Unbelievable.
I just don't. Again, I'm going back. I mentioned it before. The ninja outfit. Like I guess in the dark of night, right? All black thing covering your face. That would probably make sense. But like why make them wear that shit around the compound all day in the daylight? They're not hiding from anybody.
Yeah, that's like wow, this guy's.
He's getting fresh with her.
He is. Oh yeah, so he's gonna be the first one dispatched for sure.
I mean, he definitely fucks though. This guy. I mean,
he totally does. I feel like he's done this rape stuff before.
He's too comfortable.
Yeah, he was too all right with like harassing.
Uh-oh, think again, Sam. Now finish the job, bro.
He won't.
He knocked him out.
This guy's gonna come back. It's great.
These 2 rat scallions.
Totally. Now, why'd they take their mask off to leave?
She's never like, it's weird that guy hangs out with that kid all the time. That single guy. Always with this child that's not his son.
70 minutes into this movie, he's like, yo, let me just ride you into these swords. 70 minutes
that was
into
an
this
efficient way to fight.
70 minutes into this movie, I'm very surprised that they didn't make an American Ninja 6. There we go. Now we got. You're going to shoot up the hotel.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to finish strong. I feel like
Think
they're really
so?
going to finish strong.
I mean, we're into it pretty early. We got 32 minutes left of this bad boy.
Like, where do you go from here? Like, I don't understand.
Well, you got to come with some creative fight sequences. Let's see. Well, the nunchucks are out, baby.
I'll tell you exactly where they're going to go.
Okay.
They're only going to be able to put up a fight for so long. Then, I think the Viper's going to appear. He's probably going to karate chop him in the head. They're going to be knocked out. They're going to wake up. They're going to be in one of those James Bond contraptions where it's like, we could kill you, but we won't. I think that's what's going to happen. Then they're going to have to figure out a way to get out. This girl, it looks so familiar. Like, if you told me she did porn, I'd believe you. She just fucking looked so familiar.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've been watching her get nailed for, in like 88 or something.
You're unlocking some kind of memory. I mean,
I
she
think
definitely looks the type of
she
the
definitely
era.
looks like someone that had an alias. Oh, she's like, yeah, let me just roll down this fucking. First of all, what is that on the side of the? What rope are they
Some
sliding
rope
down?
on that pole.
Unbelievable. This
I'd
is
like
just,
to think that they still had no permission to film at this hotel and did this shot.
this, this is the one that brought them to Rome after they got kicked out of here. They're like, all right, like we told you guys 100 times, stop
This is the
fucking.
last fucking time.
I don't know who the fuck David Bradley is. You guys got to get the fuck out of here. You guys are no Sam Furstenberg. Man, just, when you think of a movie, all right. Oh, this guy is a fucking bald guy again.
Wow, all the ninja colors. I'm looking to see if there's any quality reviews of this film.
I'm really looking forward to the
I like this
reunion.
headline. I'm looking at the reviews on IMDb. Good movie if you were under 10 years old.
It's so true though. Every person in the movie got dressed up now.
Oh man.
Good movie. But you're right though. Like if I saw this at like 8, I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad. Old school limos. Oh, this is great. Now he looks like the Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah, everyone's got bad things to say. That was the cleverest. A patience testing exercise.
Unbelievable. Look at that chest hair.
Someone else wrote atrocious finale. I have not gotten. I'm not reading that because I don't want to spoil for myself. But
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would imagine. I mean, it's not very shocking. I figured because I guess my theory was wrong. They made it out. Where were we at the last 25
this would have
minutes?
been a good like made for TV movie back in that day.
Yeah, like you could have really done this in an hour.
Easy.
Like you could
Yeah,
have
this
just
script was like had to be like written on a cocktail napkin or something, and then you just filled it around it.
yeah. And then they break into this hotel and they rescue her. And then they jump in a car and they leave.
Looking,
Unbelievable.
is this on Blu-ray? You think?
I don't know, but I'm really kind of floored by what you said that this wasn't even supposed to be an American
Mm.
Ninja movie. And I think when you're an actor, like this guy's just whatever, man. And they probably paid him pretty decently back then because you could still monetize this universe somewhat, I guess.
Sure.
And this guy's just, like everyone, just wakes up and he's like, all right, I have a job. I got to go to this place. At the end of the day, he's making fucking movies for sure. So he just
You can
sent
get it
that
on
kid away
DVD
to.
for $10.
He just sent that kid away so he could bang her in the van. Good move. Good move. Do we have any idea what they want the
So
scientists
many
to do?
5-star ratings on Amazon for this.
Are they?
But it's those kind of ratings, when people like give a bad or a good rating based on how quick the shipping was, or
Yeah.
like they'll have Goodfellas on there with like 1 star, like this box came broken in the mail. It's like you're not reviewing
Yeah.
the delivery service, you're
Well,
delivering the film.
that sounds like the internet. So like I'm reading the YouTube comments here. I think they should reclassify this movie genre for action to comedy. It was hilarious. I just love these old movies. You're ridiculous. Shut the fuck up. Let's see 4 comments. Yeah, this had more in common with Black Belt Angels than with the first American Ninja movie. Somebody
I
said
can
so
let my
bad
cat
it's
out
good.
while she's crying. Hold on.
Somebody said so bad it's good, which is ridiculous considering it's just bad. Uh, God, look at all this stuff. Another YouTube comment. Damn, this was like my childhood. It's like Power Rangers, Home Improvement, Karate Kid, random bad dudes with capes, ninjas, and what appears to be scrubs thing. That's funny. So I'm like, I've been reading the comments, and someone did mention the scrubs. They were like a bunch of
Yeah.
ninjas wearing scrubs. Yo,
All right, so
somebody
our
wrote,
evil scientists must be doing.
who are these people? It's like Bruce Lee and Indiana Jones in one.
I mean, listen, anybody can write one of those.
Would you have come to that conclusion?
It's not a step in logic I would have took, but this world's a big, beautiful place.
All right, so
Many people in it.
this is it here. These guys are fucking up. The
The
scientists fucked up.
scientists, I think he did it on purpose,
Yeah, of course.
you
He he
know,
he was not going to be
because he's
happy.
not down with it.
Yeah.
He's not down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the upper sundress there.
What fucking accent does that main villain have? I can't even figure it out. If I was this girl after being kidnapped, I would be like, yeah, I'm just going to not go back over here.
And now they got to rescue her dad. They rescued her.
Yeah.
Now the dad.
I'd be like, I'm sure you could figure this out if you got me.
Dad's in a dangerous line of work.
Yeah, totally. A fucking machine gun guy.
What's all this shit? In some kind of Amazon warehouse or something.
Everyone has a machine gun, and they've only fired it in one scene of the movie.
Got an Illuminati symbol on it.
I think so. I think that's what's really going on here. The fuck?
Oh, the kid's gonna manifest Pat Morita.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think you're right. I genuinely think you're right. I think, yo, Pat, Pat, can you do me a favor? Just one more scene. We're gonna send the Uber to pick you up right now.
I like the sundress though.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day,
She's cute.
yeah, like I feel like she could live in Holbrook or some random ass place like that, You could see her bagel bus or something.
She's like a supermarket checkout girl, hot
Yeah. Yeah,
in your
you're
local
like, oh.
town.
But she looks like I'm trying, man. It's gonna hit me eventually. But she looks like an actress, and I just can't like a random ass. Look at this, great. I love it. Well, first of all, what was that guy taking inventory of?
Yeah, no, it is a warehouse.
Did we miss what was in those boxes?
Probably.
Yeah. What else do we have? It's like Bruce Lee fighting against the ninjas using his invincible technique of Bruce Lee. Yo, who? I feel like these all have to all be fucking fake comments.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like it.
Okay, this seems like an assessment. I'll read real quick. So I had never seen this. Not sure I even knew that there was a part 5. I mean, understandable, of course. But the first and second American Ninja movies are two of my favorite movies of all time. I did not like part 3 as much because Michael Dudikoff was not in it, and it's a bit cheesy. I do like part 4 because Michael was back. This one was cheesy and way kid friendly. Yeah, that is true. But I do like David Bradley and James Liu because the guy who played the Black Star Ninja in part. Oh, that's right. That's why that guy looked fucking familiar. So the guy from part 1, the guy who played the Black, he's in this movie. That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, this guy right here, he's not really a good henchman. He's just like fucking terrible. Like I
Yeah,
never even
he's lucky that this dude just knocked him out a couple times. He should have been killed like 3 times already.
he knocked him
Sorry,
out three
yes.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these I'm reading some reviews here. 5 stars. I watched the entire series for pointy special effects, but great martial arts and colorful uniforms.
What
I
is
love this franchise. American Ninja 6, please bring it back.
unbelievable? I feel like there's no way these are real.
I like the action slash adventure in the film. That's all they wrote. 5 stars.
I
I know I'm taking this bit from How Did I Get Made when he reads the 5 star bits, but I get it.
yo,
I get why they do it. How about this? Great movie. I seen it before, but I wanted to own it so I can see it again and again. Finally, I got it. Can you imagine watching this more than like a couple of times?
Yo, but I like I said, I'm just very confused because the guy, I don't even
White
understand
ninjas.
what's going. All right, listen.
Oh shit.
I'm very confused because I'm reading the 128 comments on YouTube, and YouTube
Hmm.
is a cesspool, and I've yet to read one bad comment. Like, how is that even possible? First of all,
Well,
I thought to myself, there's 128 comments under this movie, which is already ridiculous. I can't comprehend. So,
I mean, if you're gonna find this movie and write about it, sometimes it's so niche that anybody on that page looking at it is kind of into that world. You know what I mean?
I just it doesn't even make fucking sense. Like, there's not
Where are
one
we at here?
fucking bad fucking comment. Mm, unbelievable. You
We
could
got
put
about
you could put a
17 minutes
you could
left.
put a picture of a fucking kid on a tricycle eating ice cream, and people would fucking bash it. And there's
Sure.
128 comments of this, and it's just unbelievable. But I'm glad she found her dad, who's with a
What's
dog.
with the dog? Why is that dog there?
I have no idea. God, she looks familiar. God damn it. He looks like he's finally gonna rape her and her dad. That guy looks like an extra from the Blue Oyster scene in Police Academy. I would not want that as my partner. Like a little kid, like just fucking unbelievably bad.
Terrible. 5 stars. It arrived long before the mentioned arrival time, and that I find positive. There's the split to
There's
get out
this,
of
yeah.
danger.
I don't know how he did that, by the way. That's very high. Yeah, this final set piece is
So
definitely
this kid
something.
learned karate very quick, and he can beat ninjas.
He did, like he's definitely fighting grown men with swords
Prodigy.
and nunchucks. Got a bright future. Wow. How can they wrap this up in 15 minutes is what I'm wondering.
It's, I mean, like everything about this movie is done wrong. I mean, like including the pacing.
The but just picture this.
It's
This movie
all
is
over
an
the place.
hour and fucking 43 minutes long, and it just didn't need to be. Like, not that trimming 25 minutes off of it would have saved it, but it just would have spared everyone 25 minutes of just fucking pure nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, because
No,
it's
there's a.
just
Go
the
ahead.
acting is terrible, the characters are terrible, the writing's terrible, the plot's fucking terrible, the choreograph, like, there's nothing good about this movie. There's nothing.
No.
Like, it's unless you're talking about it with a friend. This is like the martial arts version of like the Room.
Yeah, and that's what when you're if you got any kind of brains, you're like, listen, we don't have a great thing here. Let's tighten it up. Let's
Yeah.
take what's good about it. Let's if people are in here 25 minutes less of the flaws are going to be
Yeah.
shown. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Let's
let's make it
pull the band-aid.
shorter.
Let's pull the band-aid off quick.
So to not do that makes me think they thought it was decent. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to cinematic mullets, it's up there.
It's pretty impressive.
It totally is.
I like
I
the
guess
cape
it's not
too.
really much of a mullet, but at the moment it's shaped like a mullet.
Cape is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna have a long showdown here. Here's how your last 15 minutes is. Right, so our hero and our mate, and this guy's still kicking around.
Like I said, you got to give the other character someone to take out, and I feel
Oh,
like
there's a
that's
time.
yeah, there's a time.
We got a time limit. This
Yeah.
is we got our MacGyver moment here. He's got 2 minutes and 35 seconds before something happens, but I don't know.
I mean, I do give it to this guy for like physically beating about 300 people in this movie with barely breaking a sweat. Yeah, Cannon was like
They're treating it like the showdown, like we've all been waiting for. Like, I mean, get the fuck out of here, man.
This guy's like dancing around like
This isn't like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and that fucking,
no,
you know what I mean? When that you're
no.
like, oh shit. Then you show the squaring off, you know? Or shit, even Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, that was great.
But like,
That was
this
fun
shit,
though. I remember
hell
watching
yeah,
that and like
fucking awesome.
yeah.
That you give a medical setup for.
Totally. I just know somehow Pat Morita's coming back somewhere.
I don't know. I think he's done.
Yeah.
Or maybe the very end. The
Yeah.
very end,
Maybe
like the
like
happy
he'll
shot
have like a
before
Yoda
they
moment where he'll like nod and smile to them.
it's definitely going to end on some kind of joke.
I think it's gonna
The
have one of
kid's
those
going to make a joke and
yeah.
they're all going to be like, ah, in the
They're gonna be
credits,
sitting
right?
on the beach somewhere, drinking
Yep,
like a coconut.
sure.
They're like, "Hey, you're pretty good at karate." He's like, I had a great teacher." And then like Pat Morita will be in the corner smiling. And these guys, Halloween 3 committee over here.
Yo, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
It's going to have some Gaelic Sam Hain kind of, maybe that's what those symbols are. There's
Yeah.
silver shamrock mask in there.
Sure. Now that would be a great crossover.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Halloween 3, American Ninja 6. Unbelievable. Yeah, like if the ninja mask had like a
What happened to his
silver
ninja
sheen,
suit?
who knows?
Look at him.
Yeah.
Drunk style? Nobody's shirt like gets damaged that way, or
Not unless you're hot.
like you would probably pull down the other side, or you'd pull the other side back up that fell.
Oh, okay. So he's very Van Damme-ish for sure. So I feel like
Definitely.
Van Damme was definitely on top of the world still at this point.
Mhm.
Because Seagal wasn't jumping up in the air to do that. Does he kill anyone?
8 seconds.
Yo,
This
does
guy?
he kill anyone? Like, I feel like he
No.
only knocks people out.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen now?
reversed
1
it. He
second.
totally reversed it. That's what he did. The poison.
You've got a ticker up there, like you'd see in an office or a traffic stop or something like that, saying gas release.
Casual. Oh no, he's coming. There he is. Gonna knock
Don't
him
worry, he
out
won't
again.
kill you.
Totally fucking
God.
dog. Yo, how did dog make it in there? You know what? I
Oh,
feel like
man.
we can get the dog on this podcast. I gotta locate his fucking contact info.
This guy having one sleeve off is really bothering me, bro.
Yeah, the director's probably like, listen, you're a very attractive man with a great physique, and we're gonna need something for the ladies. So just try
Just
to
give him
keep
a
this on.
shoulder.
Give him a shoulder,
Give him a shoulder and a wing.
one titty.
Listen, if you take both the shoulders down, these girls are going to be stuck to their seats,
We
bro.
got,
We can't do that. So just one, please.
you know, I the one thing that popped out to me about this before we started doing it was that it said PG-13, and I was like, that's weird. And now I get it. Like, this is definitely PG-13. I'd like
This is
to,
PG almost.
yeah.
I mean,
I tripped over a
really, he
dog.
didn't even kill anybody.
I'd really
You
like
know?
to, you know, hate the fucking everyone from the podcast group that picked this movie over Simon Says, because this was just so bad. I wish I would have seen fucking PG-13. Oh,
So
finally.
this guy rescued an old man who's about the same age as everybody, the scientist,
Pretty much.
his daughter,
Yeah.
a kid, and a puppy. For
And
good
the
measure.
only people dying or shooting people are the bad guys. So they're killing each other.
Yeah.
Let that be a
Yeah,
lesson.
that's what I mean. Like this could be a PG, but back then, like in the 80s, not like this was considered
G.
like a violent
No,
movie.
I
This
don't
was
think so.
violence in
You think
this.
so?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think today this
Just fighting or whatever they would call it on Donahue or some shit. A violent film, and a lot of fighting and this and that, but nobody dies.
I
Yeah,
think
you know what I'm
Donahue did
saying.
do a special on this movie. Violent extremists from Venezuela or American Ninja. Wow. Yeah, now they got to get home. I guess he's going to jog home. Oh, he's going to
He's gonna
stop
jump
that
in
plane.
that plane like before he's gonna leave all those people there.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm just going to jump on this, turn it around.
9 minutes left, and that includes credits probably. So,
Yeah. Oh, maybe they're
so he
staying?
left.
Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. Maybe they're from there. Who knows?
That was his girl, the love interest.
Viper's still alive? Oh, wow.
He's flying the plane
Okay. What can't this guy do?
like Bruce Dickinson over here.
All right. Hopefully he throws the kid out this plane.
He's got the autopilot on. It's not the inflatable one like airplane. That would have been a nice touch. But
Yeah. I hate flying so much. It's giving me anxiety. No one's flying the plane. I've killed many fathers.
that's all you got to do. You don't know, like once you get up in the air, you just there's a button you hit, Sam, and you don't have to do anything. You know?
All right, we're going to jump.
Guy in a cape set a plane on autopilot to karate fight in the back. Now the
You know
child's
what?
going to fly the plane.
Land
Yes.
this plane, kid.
Of course. Well, he did drive a car before. I mean, what's
All
the
right.
fucking difference?
Maybe Pat Morita's going to fly the plane.
You got to do the hand gesture, the shocker. Bring Pat Morita.
I learned 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. But for this, I need 2 in the stink, 1 in the pink.
I mean, this kid's pretty fucking brilliant. I mean,
Totally.
he's like 10 years old. He drove
Yeah.
a pickup truck, an airplane. He learned karate in like an hour, enough to
Yeah.
feed a grown man. I mean, come on.
Surprised he's not going to fly back and fuck that scientist. What can't this guy do? Why is so much gasoline? Just hanging.
It's going to explode, I guess, right?
Now he's getting kicked out.
You think there's any chance he's going to fall out of that plane?
I don't know. Let's
He's standing in front of the door, just
He
casually.
stand by this fucking. Oh wow. Yep, told you. Sometimes you get.
They said that whole metal existing in this whole film was for this gag,
Yeah,
for him to shoot it.
the assist.
That's the only reason that medal was in this film, for something like that.
Oh, that was definitely not him, unless his face burned off.
So his cape was on fire, and the only way to not don't take the cape off, jump out of the plane,
All right, guy.
put
A
out
little urgency with this.
another time limit. What the fuck? What did we just spill?
Why wouldn't you just throw it out?
What happened?
I guess he poured water on the bomb.
That was a pretty anticlimactic.
The kid's flying the plane. Yeah, I would like to think.
He's laughing.
Yeah.
I think we're getting there. Freeze frame? Come
Yeah.
on. You know you want to.
I hope so.
No?
Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm still jumping. Like, we're right by the water. Like, I'm not letting this kid
This kid-
land a plane.
Like you can't just fly a plane like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you just can't fly a plane like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you wanted to have some logic, you grab two parachutes, they bounce out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. We're back with the porn star and the
Hey, yeah.
old guy. This kid's still playing his fucking Game Boy. No dolphin. Yeah, there's Marita. I told you he'd be back.
One more. Okay.
Oh, he's got the medallion. How's he got it?
I don't
Didn't
know.
he shoot it out
Is
the?
he not dead? Maybe he's not dead. Who knows?
Maybe it bounced off him, knocked him out of the plane, and then
What was the White Sox budget on this film? Through the roof, I think.
they were sponsored by Doritos, Fruit of the Loom, Bugle Boy.
Poor Pat.
He doesn't have his mustache. They probably
Oh, told you.
had him for like an hour, and they shot all three of the scenes. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
we have Mr. Marita for
Yeah.
2 hours this afternoon. Get it
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what it was. It's like, all right, we need you for like an hour. We'll give
Yeah.
you like 5K. All right, yeah, whatever.
Sure. Fuck it.
I knew this. The chemistry between these two immediately was
What the fuck?
he figured it out now.
So we're all gonna accept that magic is like people can do magic.
Yeah, that kid could do anything. That kid could fly a plane. He could
I
fly-
like that he's got a new dolphin shirt on.
Wow. I mean, that was just a Bob Bravler picture. That's
I mean,
interesting.
that was awful.
That
That was
just-
awful. I had a good time watching it,
just-
but it's a terrible movie.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
there's
rated
only-
a 3
there's
on
only seven
IMDb.
only 7 ninjas, so I guess they just keep reusing them.
Sure. Well, I guess that's another reason to have the ninja outfit. You can, no similar faces. So
All
it's a 3 out of 10 on IMDb. Are they being too harsh, or is that too good?
I think this movie is just fucking bad. So if you're going to watch 1 through 4, there's definitely cohesiveness there where there's like military and ninja stuff mixed in. And they're always fighting some sort of like, super villain. This was just really an attempt to sell to like young kids, I guess.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was just wow. This was just so fucking bad. I can't even imagine anyone.
I'm going to go a step further when you said you're going to sit down and watch, 1 through whatever. I'm going to say, I think you should ask yourself some serious questions about your life and where you're at right now.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think for anyone listening to this episode and watching this movie, good luck because
Sure.
it's something. But you could
This was a fun experiment, though. I could see us doing this again.
yeah, you could rent it, or if you have um you could definitely stream this, probably up on like Tubi or
Listen, if
something.
it's not on Tubi now, it's going to be on Tubi at some point. This is a Tubi movie if ever I've seen one. But yeah, if anybody's listening that's in the Facebook group, or if they got any suggestions on films
Yeah.
that are like this that you could watch and have a good time because and goof on it, not just that are just bad. It's got to be that certain there's that certain sweet spot, that
Yeah, and
certain line.
this had it because they tried.
Sure.
Like I think this really tried. So Ernie Reyes. Okay, Ernie Reyes. These are all names I'm like remembering.
Ernie Ray, isn't he a baseball player? Right?
I think he was a
What am I thinking
Ghostbuster.
of? Copyright 92, so they actually completed shooting then.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I
I
mean,
wonder how it performed. I guess they were probably waiting for like Tons that year to probably to roll it out.
I have no idea. Eh, yeah, but yeah, it's bad. I wish I
Yeah,
would have
it's
known it was
atrocious.
PG-13 because it
Yeah,
was just absurd. But I would do
they
Simon
should have at
Says.
least that girl should have showed her titties and gave us a hard R.
Uh, at the very least, we got David Bradley's one titty. So,
Yeah, yep. I'll be thinking about that.
cool. All right. So until next time.
Do you want